Technical writing is a specialized form of communication to convey complex information in clear, concise, and effective manner. To ensure that technical document meets these standards, writers can apply the 7 C's principles. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the 7 C's in technical writing and how to apply the principles to technical documentation. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Fendi Nyayich. I'm a web developer, technical writer, and also I contribute to open source projects. So without wasting time, let's go right into it. The C's in the technical writing are basically clarity, consciousness, correctness, consistency, coherence, completeness, and courtesy. And here is how you can apply each of these principles to enhance your technical documentation. The first one is clarity. Clarity is basically making your writing easy to understand, and it ensures that readers can grasp the information without any confusion. So with clarity, you need to use simple language, avoid jargon and technical terms unless absolutely necessary. When you must use technical terms, provide clear definitions of each of those terms you're using. Use active voice to make sure that your writing is direct and easy to read. For example, the technician installed the software is clearer than the software was installed by the technician. Be specific. Use precise language and avoid any ambiguity. For example, instead of saying install the software, say install the XYZ software version 2.0. That's what we mean by being specific. So the second C in our 7 C's, conciseness. This basically involves expressing ideas in few words as necessary without sacrificing clarity and completeness. So here is how you can apply this principle in your technical documentation. Avoid redundancy. This basically is eliminating unnecessary words and repetitive phrases. For example, instead of saying advanced planning, just say planning, that is all. Be sure that you use bullet points in conciseness. Break down the complex information into bullet points to just enable readability. Make use of short sentences and straight to the point. This makes the content easier to follow and understand. The next C is correctness. It means that you ensure the content is free of errors and is factual and also accurate. Some of the things in correctness is grammar and spelling. Use spell check tools to eliminate errors, proofread your work, or have it reviewed by a colleague. Then technical accuracy, which means simply verifying all technical information such as specifications, procedures, data, and this will ensure that your instructions are correct and tested. Consistent terminology. Throughout the document, make sure that the terms you're using are consistent throughout. This will avoid confusion to the reader, and also it maintains professionalism within the documentation process. C number 4 is consistency. This is basically uniformity in style, tone, terminology throughout the document. And how you can apply it is through the style guides specific to your organization or industry. This is a guideline or formatting tone and terminology that has been provided to you by the organization. Or if you're writing solo, you can use some popular style guides like the Microsoft Style Guides for technical writing. So uniform formatting, which is basically consistent headings, font sizes, numbering systems, and it helps the readers navigate the document more easily. Terminology again. Ensure that the same terms are used throughout the document to refer to the same concept or items. Inconsistent terminology basically will just confuse all your readers. So our 5th C is what we call coherence, which basically refers to the logical flow and connection of ideas in your writing. And you can apply this in your logical structure by organizing your content in a logical sequence, using headings, subheadings to break down information into manageable sections. Transitions, which are basically phrases, sentences to connect different sections and ideas, which helps you maintain the flow of the document. Also ensure that the procedure, the steps, are presented in a logical order. Number steps clearly to guide the reader. For example, you can say step 1, do this, step 2, do this, so that it is as clear as possible and it will guide the reader through their process. The 6th C is completeness. This basically means providing all the information that the readers need to understand the document. You can just give them a comprehensive coverage to relevant topics all covered in that particular document. Don't leave out critical information that the reader might need. Give them detailed instructions and explanation where necessary. That means you can include diagrams, screenshots, or examples to clarify that this point is really complex and complete. Then frequently asked questions and troubleshooting, which is having within your document frequently asked questions section and tips to address common issues and that readers might encounter with their specific answers just below your document. And then number 7 is courtesy, which involves communicating respectfully and considering the reader's perspective and need. To achieve this, you just need positive tone to avoid language that might seem condescending or dismissive. Use user-centric language. Write with the reader in mind. Use you to make sure the content is more relatable and engaging. If the document involves teamwork or contribution from others, acknowledge their input and assistance. So these are the 7 C's principles to technical writing, and it ensures that your documentation is effective, professional, and user-friendly. So these basically are clarity, conciseness, correctness, consistency, coherence, competence, and courtesy, which will help you create documents that are easy to understand, accurate, and helpful to your audience. So remember, the goal of technical writing is not just to inform, but also you do it in a way that empowers the reader to use the information effectively. So if you have any questions, feel free to add it in the comments, and if you have anything to add on, and see you in the next video.